Hi everyone, my name is John. Welcome back to my channel. And for some of you who have been subscribed to me for a while, you might be wondering, what on earth are you doing making this video in 2024 when I've been subscribed to you for years? I did start this channel a while ago, but the first video I ever uploaded to it was a weird sort of introductory video where I just very casually introduced myself. And the reason why I don't think I did the BookTube Newbie tag when I joined BookTube, which was back in 2012, by the way, was because I don't think there was a BookTube Newbie tag back in 2012. At least, I think it's much newer. I think it's more like, 7, 8, 9 years old. But this is my version, my very ironic version of a BookTube Newbie tag done by a BookTube OG who, if you have even a pretty substantial list of people in the BookTube community that you follow, I might be one of the older people on your subscription list because I am going on year 12 of being here and posting with some 3-year-long hiatus or so, pretty regularly, off and on. So there are 12 questions to this prompt. I think the person who created this tag is no longer active, and I couldn't really track them down anyway, so I'm not going to tag anyone in this, but I did want to answer the questions, and just in case you're interested in getting to know me or this channel, you can kind of figure out what it's all about and what I'm all about. The first question is, why did you start this channel? And it is mostly a way to record what I'm reading as I'm reading it, forcing myself to get in front of a webcam, turn it on, think through some of the ideas I'm being exposed to, and also maybe to meet people who have similar interests, who I can share recommendations with. The backbone of this channel, however, is me talking about single books in long-form book reviews. Probably somewhere between 2/3 and 3/4 of this channel, as far as number of videos go, are reviews of single books with very non-clickbaity titles. Things like review of War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, review of X by author Y. I just want to make them very easy to find in case anyone is interested in watching them, whether it be students or anyone else casually interested in maybe picking up a book and seeing what it's all about. Number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Well, fun, I don't know. I don't know what your idea of fun is. Maybe it's me, and in that case, I am very, very sorry. But things you won't be able to find here, no jump shots, no B-roll footage of me walking around in a forest or a bookstore, no condescending talk to you about the true meaning of literature, or treating you like an idiot. I tend to believe that most of the people who stop by and subscribe are pretty smart, well-rounded people, so I take that for granted, and I don't talk down to people in my videos. I'm just here to talk about books that I like, show you new books I've bought, and review books for you. Okay, do the very, very rare tag. I think this is the first tag I've done in probably 2 or 3 years. Not a big tag person, but I thought, hey, for 2023, why not start the new year this way and maybe, see if even more people who I know than now might have some interest in a channel like this. Number 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? And getting to meet some people with similar interests, I think, is probably what I'm most excited about. Also using it as a record, but I am lucky enough to be in a group that I read books with other people, that I talk to my favorite booktubers on a regular basis. I'm in an active, ongoing booktube event called Historathon. Last year was the inaugural year. We're doing it this year in 2024. We'll probably be doing it indefinitely. And we read history from all different eras. If you're interested, search Historathon 2024 announcement video and you'll find a dozen of them and you can learn more about it. But we have a Discord, we have a Voxer. That is pretty much all of my favorite booktubers and people who leave comments. Those are the people I love to correspond with most, trade ideas back and forth with, banter and Voxer and Discord. Those are the people I enjoy talking to. Why do you love reading? I think reading makes you a better person. I think it makes you not only more knowledgeable, but also more empathetic, broader minded, and it's just a really good antidote to becoming more well-rounded, more interesting to yourself and to other people. And I think we kind of do have an obligation to be interesting to other people. Who wants to meet boring people? Talking to boring people is really painful and dreadful. So become interesting, and one of the ways you can do that is by reading. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? I have no idea. I know generally that around the time of high school is when I started having an interest in reading, and interestingly enough, I did not really read much of anything I was assigned to read in English class in high school. But when I finally got to college, that's when my interest actually started to develop in earnest. And still didn't read a lot for class, but I read a lot outside of class because of the ways that classes made me interested. So I wouldn't read the assigned things, but I would read everything else. I was one of those sort of against the grain students. But especially in college and afterward, what they were, I don't really remember the books. I just remember, some of the topics that had me most interested at first. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Well, like I said, I get to talk to them all the time, so the questions that I would want to most ask them, I have asked them. They are my friends in the Historathon Discord and Voxer, and I talk to them, like I said, on a regular basis. Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I am less interested in overcoming challenges related to starting a BookTube channel, as you might have noticed from the fact that I'm over 11 years old and still only have about 2,000 subscribers. And I'm more interested in using this, like I said, as a way to record things that I've read, talk about them casually in things like Friday Reads, but also in slightly more detailed form in reviews. And especially talk about books that I'm passionate about or that strike me in a particular way. When did you start reading? I guess, learning how to read, that was probably, 4 or 5, 3 or 4, I don't know, like everyone else. And then when I started reading in earnest, like I said, high school/college. Where do you read? Mostly, 99 times out of 100, you can find me reading in this chair. Right, okay, webcam back and forth. Okay, right here, there's my lamp. But this is my reading chair. This is, if you can see them, the small stack of books I'm working on. But that's where I usually am. Number 10, what kind of books do you like to read? Most of my channel is dedicated to history and classic fiction. That's probably 80 to 90% of what you find on it, though I also do read in other areas. I have playlists that I haven't updated in years and years. But if you want to go back to the days when I had a much worse webcam and was pretty much recording with a rutabaga for a webcam, you can find videos in playlists that are labeled philosophy, art history, social science, literary criticism, religion, politics, and other related subjects. Number 11, what does your book collection look like? Well, I'm not one of those people that can actually sit in front of a giant bookcase because I don't have a workplace set up to where I can easily do that. They're in different places, they're in different rooms, and a lot of them, as people who've been around for a while will know, many hundreds, maybe even a few thousand of them are in a shed, which is right there in my backyard in my garden, in probably 80 or 100 gigantic boxes of books. So that doesn't look too great on a camera. So instead, I'm just sitting at my dining room table talking to you in front of my living room where I read. Maybe one day when I'm in a situation where I can actually have a nice looking bookshelf behind me, I can get everything on a bookshelf. I do have bookshelves in the other room, but there's no table in there, nowhere to sit. This is just more convenient for me. But if you want to see what my library has looked like in the past, about 9 or 10 years ago, I did a series of book tours. Again, excuse the camera quality back then, but I recorded it on my camera phone, which is about 2 pixels by 3 pixels, I think. But there were several library tours back then, and I am doing an ongoing library tour that I think I started back in 2022 and have done 8 installments of so far, and have recorded a 9th but have not uploaded it yet. And those have all been done on either this phone, which is much better, or a webcam, which is also much better. So I think I'm going to leave that here for now. If this kind of content interests you, you can probably tell it's not really a channel that talks about things like, YA and stuff like that. It's more history, classic fiction, philosophy, art, that kind of stuff. If that strikes you as interesting, feel free to leave a comment below. Introduce yourself, just like I've introduced myself, and let me know what you think about it, and I will wrap things up for now. I will talk to you later.